2025 marked Maui's shift from recovery to readiness for housing delivery, public safety, and resilient infrastructure. As many of you know, we secured a one-year extension for temporary housing, impacting 946 of the approximately 1,400 survivor families. My sincere mahalo to Governor Green, our congressional delegation, FEMA, DHS, and the many leaders who advocated for Maui. This extension ensures survivors have the time needed to secure stable, long-term housing. The CDBG-DR Action Plan was approved in late June 2025. $1.6 billion in disaster recovery funds was awarded to support long-term recovery. The use of these funds is guided by a community-led action plan developed through extensive public input to ensure investments align with HUD national objectives and local priorities, including permanent housing and infrastructure restoration. These funds are administered under HUD-approved guidelines and compliance oversight and are allocated to programs based on extensive community outreach and feedback while meeting HUD's national objectives. In the largest debris operation in the county's history, over 400,000 tons of wildfire debris, equivalent to 2 years of municipal solid waste collection for the entire county, were safely removed from Lahaina, allowing residents to move quickly toward rebuilding. This unprecedented effort, led by a county task force, required the rapid development and construction of a temporary debris site in Olowalu, the identification, acquisition, and construction of a permanent disposal site in central Maui, and the transfer of all debris to that permanent facility. All of this work was completed ahead of schedule, and true to our commitment to our Olowalu community, the temporary site has been fully cleared and restored. By the way, that is state-owned property that was OE'd to us for this and has since been returned to the state. In partnership, the state and county reopened Lahaina Small Boat Harbor on December 15th, 2025, marking a significant milestone and a clear pivot towards supporting commercial recovery. The before and after images you see here capture just how meaningful that step has been, showing both the damage left behind and the steady return of Lahaina Harbor. The restoration of limited commercial operations and daytime public access reflects the county's commitment to helping harbor-based businesses and tour operators safely resume service while repairs continue. To support this transition, the county provided security, fencing, parking ambassadors and enforcement, wayfinding, and targeted community outreach. The county has significantly accelerated rebuilding through our expedited recovery permitting program, achieving an average permit approval time of approximately 60 days for wildfire survivors. To date, 122 permits have been completed, meaning the structure has been fully constructed and may be occupied, with 559 additional permits approved, another 334 in the pipeline. Today, there are roughly 300 sites that are actively under construction in Lahaina. This map provides a visual snapshot of permitting progress around Lahaina town. Blue parcels represent completed structures, green indicates permits that have been issued for rebuilding, and yellow shows applications that are in process. To date, 427 homes have been fully constructed in Lahaina town. With housing recovery on track, the county is shifting additional resources to commercial permitting, including infrastructure restoration, waivers, fast tracking, and the development of plans and design guidelines. A picture says 1,000 words. Here you can see the incredible progress of our recovery. The area pictured is Kuhua Camp near the historic Pioneer Mill smokestack. And seeing this level of progress not only offers hope, it fuels our community's momentum. This next slide shows Lahaina town facing Mauka. The before photo shows lots cleared before debris removal operations. And the after photo, new construction is rising throughout the town with both temporary and permanent housing as prominent features. You can see that towards the top. The one to the right is the FEMA project, to the left is the state. Shifting to how we are helping survivors rebuild, the Ho'okumaho housing program launched in August of last year is Maui County's community-driven housing recovery program funded through disaster recovery resources. This work is delivered through 6 coordinated housing programs with one primary objective: to keep our people home. The Homo Buyers Opportunity Program, also known as HOP, That provides up to $600,000 in assistance to help eligible households purchase and live in a home in Maui County. The program received strong interest with 2,946 applications submitted. The program has begun awarding funds, with the first families already moving into homes as first-time home buyers. This program will reconstruct, the second program that is, will reconstruct owner-occupied residence for eligible households. This slide highlights a few of the 12 Lahaina-specific Firewise home designs now available on the Ho'okumuho website. Goodfellow Brothers, Inc. was recently selected by the county as the builder for this project. This next program provides up to $400,000 in reimbursement to eligible homeowners who lived on the property as their primary residence at the time of the Maui wildfires, and that is designed to help them offset rebuilding costs. In other words, they already started their rebuilding process. We're advancing strategic land acquisitions and roadway improvements to strengthen emergency evacuation routes. One example is the Luakini Street extension, which is a key part of this effort. These connections will improve traffic flow, emergency access, and long-term connectivity. Through a county-wide data-driven assessment of 801 county-managed parcels, 35 high-risk areas were identified for wildfire mitigation. The Ukumehame project shown here is one of those priority areas, where approximately 42 acres were treated and an estimated 4.7 million pounds of hazardous fuels were reduced to improve firefighting access along a critical west and central Maui corridor. This work reflects coordinated investment and implementation by county and state partners. And with this phase complete, the area will be restored as a wetland reserve.